I am here at Viva Iriezona in beautiful Buckeye at Hidden Lake with the incredible Al Scholl, the artist. How you doing today, man?
Doing great, man. It's been a good weekend.
Oh yeah, man. So you've been out painting for a lot of bands. Last night you were up during Mike Love's set, and your artwork is beautiful, very vibrant, live art inspired by roots music. Now to get into it, can we maybe start out to find out how you got into art in the beginning? Have you always been an artist since you were young?
No, I actually started when I was 30.
No way.
I had a head injury,
Okay.
and I started doing art for therapy,
Wow.
and really loved it. And it turned out I ended up with synesthesia from the head injury, so I
Okay.
kind of see music.
Wow.
And once I started doing the art, I took off pretty quick. I was doing street fairs and stuff, but I really wanted to find a way to paint with the music and also get in for free, because when you're a beginning artist, you know, you need a place to sell your stuff without paying first.
Yes.
So I latched on to High Tide, was the first band I painted with, out
Okay.
of San Diego,
Yeah.
about almost 20 years ago now.
Yes.
And then just started doing little small shows and worked my way up to the Belly Up and, you know, little larger venue. And about 2012, it took off in the festival scene.
Wow.
And we started doing groups of artists, so anywhere from 2 to 12 painters for an event.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
this weekend we have 4 painters, so
Yeah.
it's cool.
And now tell me, have you always been a big fan of roots music, or did that kind of come once you started painting?
I started listening to reggae in the 80s. So
Okay.
I was into Pato, Steel Pulse,
Yes.
and always just was like my go-to. You know, I love all genres, but it's my go-to. For painting, it's definitely my go-to. So
Yeah.
it's just that heartbeat, the timing, and
Okay.
everything. So
And you find that like you just get so much more inspiration when you're up there with the live music versus just being at home painting, or is it kind of just
I
different?
put the earphones in at home and jam it,
Okay.
but I paint to the bass, so that live music, you really can't reproduce that.
Yeah.
You know, so I just channel the bass and the whole vibe. Sometimes the words will tell me something and I'll go with that, or a color scheme, you know. But generally, once the paint's out and I just got to go for it, I come up with a little idea and
Yes.
make it happen. Like last night, I was working and I thought it really needed a planet, so I just, in the middle of the Mike Love set, I'm like, let's put a planet here and let's do this and do that. And
Yes.
you don't want to overdo it, but I just get in the zone. So there's something about the live music to where, like, I have people bumping into me, dancing around me, and I can just block everything out, and I'm just like, you know, in that flow state.
Yes.
That's like the magic time for me, you know.
And now most of your paintings are very much landscape involving the ocean, and you know, beautiful sky scenes.
Yeah.
Has it always been that's what you've gravitated towards painting?
Yeah, Van Gogh is my inspiration.
Van
you
Gogh.
know.
Okay.
And I do a lot of animals too. I started off painting animals on palm fronds.
Oh, no
so the
way.
bulbs like masks. And then I'm a surfer, so I am naturally gravitated to the waves. And then I improved my skills. I never took an art class or anything, so I've literally been winging it since day one. So
Really?
I started in oil paints, but then
Okay.
live I have to do acrylic because it has to dry faster, so I can go to the light colors without it blending and bleeding.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And your color schemes are very, now I'm not an artist, but to me I would describe them as very, very vibrant.
Yeah.
Has it always been you've really gravitated towards those vibrant colors?
Yeah, I'm kind of a dull guy. I'm pretty quiet, mellow, sort of introverted. You know, I'm not really stage presence. You put a mic in my hand and on stage and I'll freeze up. you know? But yeah, I started off with regular colors, but kind of like yellow. I was scared of yellow at first, and once I started doing the bright colors, I just went for it.
Yeah.
And then I switched to neons and fluorescents, so all my paintings glow in the dark. And that's that extra brightness that you see that you might not see in other paintings, because I use the neon yellow, green, red, pink. So it just adds that extra notch up to that, like 70s, 60s style.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so Van Gogh's your biggest inspiration. Are there any other art movements that you kind of draw from?
Well, there's a lot of, you know, my hero in the live art movement is Christopher Morphus out of Texas.
Okay.
But we're all great friends, and with the art, it's never a competition because we're all such
Yes.
unique characters, you know.
Yeah.
He does some amazing stuff so fast. Jimmy Ovadia, Crystal Dyer,
Yeah.
you know, it's Carrie Arcellini, and there's so many great artists. George up in NorCal, and like Cali Roots, and some of the larger events. We all conglomerate from all over the United States, and that's when real crazy magic happens. You know?
Yeah. And so you've had the chance to play with a lot of really cool artists on stage. Yeah. Are there any shows that really stand out in your mind as being extra memorable or special to you?
Yeah, I've painted, over 1,000 shows probably, but my number one bucket list item in life was to paint with Steel Pulse, and I was able to pull that off in 2014 at Cali Roots.
No way.
So I painted David Hines with the British flag in the background, and then sold the painting right away. So it was tough because he signed it to me, but it was like a bittersweet thing, you know?
Yeah.
Art's like my job, so I have to let it go, you know?
Yeah.
That's the hardest part about art. You get attached to it. You know?
Now, are there ever any pieces that you're like, this is mine, this is for my house?
Yeah, and my wife helps me keep some, so that's nice.
Oh, yeah, you gotta have her. She's gotta be the voice of reason, right?
She's like, we're gonna keep that one, and then I let it slide, you know? That's her life insurance.
Yeah.
I got to paint with Ziggy. That was really cool.
Oh, no way.
My very first big show was sold out with Slightly Stupid at Cali Roots on the old stage.
No way.
Iration was really fun.
I'm sure.
But honestly, I really love when I paint with a band for the very first time and they're young or they've never had a painter. It's their very first show.
Yeah.
And then you fast forward 6 years and they're opening up on the main stage, you know?
Yes.
So like I painted with stick figure back in the day when it was a 4-piece, like in Mission Beach at the Wave House, and then they put their band together and locked it in, and then I mean they went like they're up, and then boom.
Oh yeah, they just exploded, cool. Man.
Yeah, and seeing Ayatera open on the main stage, Synergy.
Yes.
You know, and I've just been painting with all the local San Diego bands forever. You know.
Yeah. And are you from San Diego originally?
I grew up all over. I grew up in L.A., Phoenix, Boston, New York. San Diego. I came out to San Diego to go to school at San Diego State and never left. So,
nice. Yeah.
Sorry.
The ocean just drew you in, I'm sure.
Yeah,
and just
being a surfer and just. Yeah. My dad made the mistake driving me down to San Diego and cruising Mission Beach.
Oh yes.
And I was gonna go to Cal Poly and it was really boring.
Slow or Pomona?
Yeah, slow.
Nice. And,
I was gonna go for engineering at the time, but I switched up my degree. I have all kinds of degrees, but I just fell in love with art.
Yeah.
Started painting when I was 30 and just fell in love with it. So
it's funny you say that. My first semester of college, I was an electrical engineering student at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo.
Yeah.
Fast forward, I'm a musician now.
Yeah, there you go. See how it works?
Yeah, right.
We can always fall back on that, right?
Yeah. So, do you have any advice for any up-and-coming artists that might want to do something similar to what you do?
Yeah, definitely. As far as live art goes, you know, I've kind of broke down a few doors, so it's somewhat normal now.
Yes.
Like when I started, I was kind of like the stepchild in the corner. Like, why does he want to paint? He's taking up space.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't get a lot of respect. But over the years, I really, you know, pushed the value of the art and music together.
Yes.
So it's somewhat of a normal thing now. So that helps the up and comers, which is really nice. They can say, oh, live art. Most people have heard of it. A lot of people haven't, but start small shows, try to link with a small band or smaller band in your town, even a medium-sized band. Try to get in the venues and do your thing. Don't make a mess. Don't leave the sink purple. Yeah. Be respectful.
Yes.
Don't drink too much.
Yes.
Come in, do your thing. Be respectful. Try to sell a few things. And they let me paint for free. They don't usually pay me. I do get paid occasionally, but as long as I sell stuff, you know, I just bring a few originals and some prints, and people come up and interact, and it's fun.
Yeah.
So and work your way up. So once you're linked with a promoter or a band, then you can start to get that extra venue, or like let's say like in Arizona, the Irie's opening up for some bigger bands right now. Next thing you know, you're at a big venue, and then you're headlining at a festival, and that's how I did it. It was just painting for 5 people, 50, 100, 1,500. 30,000, you know? Like,
absolutely.
It's crazy, but I like the smaller events. Like the little festivals under 1,000 are like my favorite.
Yes.
It's not crowded. Everyone's really, you know, there's not this cattle from stage to stage. And it's just more relaxed.
Yeah.
You spread your wings, you know?
Yeah. And we are at Viva Iriezona right now, and I would say I think this festival falls in that category.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite part about this weekend and the whole experience?
Oh, yesterday painting with Mike Love for sure. I've painted with him before and I've seen him live many times, but never on an outdoor, on a lake. Everybody, that's just the vibe and the happiness and the love was just, I mean, there was people crying in the audience last night.
It was, yeah.
I was just
I've
blown
goosebumps
away.
thinking about it. I
I was
really do.
able
It
to
was
I was able
amazing.
to finish the painting and enjoy like the last 3 or 4 songs.
Yeah.
That's a
Yes.
special treat for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you were done before Permanent Holiday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
I got a
thought.
good video of that
Yeah.
one. So
Nice,
yeah,
man.
Mike's like the GOAT, man. He just like
He's so good.
It's not like you judge musicians by good, bad, whatever, but he's just so unique. He's like in his own little on his own little train track, you know.
He is, and like he's so amazing, but he's so truly humble that he doesn't even think he's as amazing as he is.
Yeah, he doesn't
right?
know.
He really doesn't. Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, awesome, man. So for any people who want to look at your art or who know you already and see your art and might want to get something off of you, buy it off of you, what's the best way to find you and connect with you?
I have alschollart.com. This
Okay.
is my merch website.
Okay.
You can also go to just type in Al Scholl, SCHOLL, Redbubble, and that's my merch. So you can get anything from a coffee cup, a coaster, to a blanket, pillows, whatever, with my art on it. About 100 choices.
Awesome.
Instagram is just Al Scholl Art.
Al Scholl, okay.
Facebook, I just use my personal page, Al Scholl.
Awesome.
So, and then I have an art page and everything. But with the algorithms, I'm just me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well, it seems to be working out quite well for you, man.
yeah, thanks for the
Awesome.
interview. I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Hey, well, thanks for joining us, man.
Thanks for making a great weekend and
Yeah.
supporting all the bands, getting the word out.
Oh, of course, man. That's what we're
Arizona's-
about here. Yeah.
This is great, man. This is like the real first festival in the United States, I think.
I think so.
Since
Yeah.
COVID hit. So.
Yeah. And big ups to Dub Shack and
Yeah.
Jeff Koons for putting
Thank
this
you, guys.
on. You guys really done an
Thank you,
amazing
thank
job.
you.
We've all had such a great time. Thanks, brother.
Appreciate it.